Hi, Greg.
Hi, Sylvia. How are you? Sorry, I was adjusting my monitor height.
All good. I'm good. How are yourself?
I'm all right, thanks.
Starting off the week?
Oh yeah, on my second chalice of coffee. Fourth customer call, so it's off to an exciting start. How about you?
Yeah, like we're still so me and I are actually based in the Americas here. And so we're just still kind of, getting through the rest of our morning. Javier, he is actually based in Europe, and so he's kind of, just wrapping up his day with
all right.
Hopefully this is the last call on your schedule, Javier, for today.
That's right. I'm almost done for the day, so looking forward to it.
Well, great. Well, I'm glad to meet you all. My name's Greg. I'm one of the account directors here at Flashinfo, and excited to try and do my best to help you with your questions. So I understand you guys are, well, tell me a little bit more about what we can help with. So I want to make sure I give you what you're looking for today.
Yeah, so we're currently trying to do like a reevaluation of our data and prospecting tools, since we have 3 in our tech stack currently that our different regional sales teams are using. The one thing that is missing from all of these tools that we have today is that there's no like real-time auto enrich functionality for our CRM. So we use Salesforce primarily as our CRM, and we just don't have anything that is capable of like integrating and sending back that data to our CRM to make sure that everything that's in our CRM is up to date. So we end up in a situation where we have like a bunch of contacts, account information going stale. Javier, who's on our marketing team, like he could attest to this, that there's sometimes might be the stale data is not that helpful when they're trying to build like marketing campaigns and send out emails to prospects and customers. And so yeah, this is like the primary reason why we're undergoing an evaluation, but we want to try to see like about finding a solution that would be able to provide us with that real-time CRM enrichment, but also a solution that would be able to provide us with a lot of data. Not only that, but also quality data, so data that's accurate.
And what you mentioned that you're using 3 disparate 3 tools. What are you using right now?
We're currently using Sales Intel, Cognism, and Lead IQ.
Okay. And Cognism. All right. And what about like outbound sequencing? Are you doing any? Do you have a tool for that today?
Yeah, so we use a combination of both Outreach and Gong Engage. Our sales development teams are on Outreach, and we actually just recently migrated our account executives over to Gong Engage.
Okay. Is that Got Engage?
Oh, Gong. Like
Gong. Okay.
Yeah, conversational intelligence platform.
Yeah. Gong. And do you also use them for call review, call intelligence, like conversational intelligence as well, or just for the Engage piece?
We use them for all of that as well.
Oh, okay. All right, great. And then do you use any sort of outbound dialing tool?
Yes, we use Orem as our speed dialer.
Okay. And is that a parallel dialer or just a power dialer one at a time, or does it do does it do multiple at a time?
Yeah, it's a power dialer, so it'll do multiple at a time.
Okay. All right. So that's got it. Okay. Um, okay. Well, I don't know. How did you find out about us? Just online search, or did you know somebody that uses us?
Yeah, so I was just looking on G2, looking at, the different vendors in the space, and came across Flashinfo. Saw the reviews. It seemed like it could, be a potential fit for us, and so wanted to find out more.
Okay, great. So, well, the good news is that we can absolutely help you with the data enrichment. Primarily, what are the markets that you're looking to go after? Is it Americas? Is it Europe, Asia, all of the above?
All of the above.
Oh, okay, great. All right. Okay. All right. Well, so just from a high level, we do everything that we just talked about. We do from the soup to nuts, all the way from the beginning of finding, identifying an ICP, finding the people, enriching the people. We have a full sequencer that's built into our platform. So we do email, we do SMS, we do LinkedIn sequencing, we do voicemail, we do outbound dialing, both power and parallel, up to 10 lines at a time. We have a full AI suite that's built into the email crafting, so you can personalize based on LinkedIn information. Oh, LinkedIn is also part of our sequencer. You can customize each individual email based on a chat GPT prompt to pull from their LinkedIn profile into each individual email. So we've got a lot of tools that are built into the platform to help you avoid spam detection. Each user gets 30 email boxes that they can rotate through. We also have, I don't know if it'd necessarily be a fit for you guys, but we also have an agency configuration where you can set it up for multiple entities. So, if you want to have, I don't know, APAC, you want them to be different from, well, that's not really a great example. You're all going to be from the same entity, so that really wouldn't matter. And then there's also AI generated and tracked workflows where you can look for specific social indicators like job change, job advertisement, what people are talking about on social medias. You can look for technology intent. In other words, what is a company? What sort of searches are happening within a company? And then something that I use a lot, because Orem is a competitor, all the companies that you mentioned, Gong, and because we also do call recording and call AI analysis. It's nowhere near as I wouldn't go head to head with Gong on their conversational intelligence. But what I find with a lot of people that I talk to is that they aren't always using the horsepower that's available within Gong to begin with. So if it's, just depending on what your needs are, it could be something that could be competitive there. And I think that's what else did I miss? Oh, so I did social intent, I did job intent, technology intent. I can also search and I can look for which tools the prospects are using. And I can see, in some cases, a lot of cases, I can see the term of that contract. So when an Orem customer is getting near their, maybe 90 days from renewal, something like that, I know that's when Orem usually starts reaching out and, doing the whole customer success dance, like a lot of companies do. And so that's usually a good time to kind of reach out so I can target specific technologies at a time when they're approaching an anniversary on their contract, and then use that as my outreach. So, do
Interesting.
any of those things sound interesting to you?
Yeah, definitely. Like the technology piece that you just touched on sounds interesting to us. I think for the purpose of our evaluation, like we're probably just going to stick with, just looking at the data aspect. So like contact account data, and CRM enrichment for now, and list building too, because, that's like the primary pain point, as of right now. And we just kind of, have these other tools that we're using today that we just renewed on contracts for. So, something to explore in the future, but I don't think that would be a part of this evaluation.
No problem. Okay. Well, so we have three main areas that we can search on. We can search based on people, we can search based on company, and we can search based on a geographic area. So what would you, I'll let you guide the process. How would you like me to pull up a list, or do you just want me to go straight to how we do enrichment, or, that's because that's all pretty simple. Nothing too, what is this?
Yeah, we could start from here first.
Okay. Well, let's see. I don't know why this is showing. Okay, well, I didn't even pull that in there, but it's pretty simple. I mean, we would just do. We have the ability to connect. We have a pre-built connector with Salesforce, with HubSpot, so you can map all the fields that you want to pull in, and then you can. I mean, it's just pretty simple. You can look at it before the original CRM data and after enrichment. We can also pull in, if you have just a new list that you want to pull in and pull through. We can pull it in as a CSV if you want to enrich it before it even gets into your CRM. That's a pretty handy way to bring in new information. But I mean, there's not really a lot to show there. We would have you would have the connector set up. You would pick which subset of leads and which areas you wanted to enrich. And then you would just have our machine look at it. And then from there, we would compare the two and show you what the differences were, and then allow you to either set up a process where it would all be pulled across, or you could, pick and choose how you wanted it to be handled.
Got it. And then in terms of like the types of fields that can be enriched, what does that look like? Like what types of fields?
Let me take you over here to settings and I can show you. Let's see here. I haven't done this in quite a while. I'm sorry. Let me see here.
All good.
Here we go. CRM integration. So we go to Salesforce. When I go to connect it, let me pull up here. Let's just go this way.
I'm just curious to understand like what types of fields, because like, we have account level fields that we're interested in, enriching, such as like industry, sub-industry, annual revenue, like fields.
Oh, well,
like
okay, in terms of what's available, I can, let me show you that this way. So let's look at a group of companies. In fact, let's just look at Talon One.
Okay.
All right. So well, I hope you guys are impressed so far.
All good. It's always when you're trying to do a demo and just things go.
Here you go. Okay. All right. So in terms of the level of information we're going to have, it goes pretty deep. So overview information, I'm going to have funding. If IPO and stock prices information is available, I'm going to have all sorts of information here. Organizational information. It goes pretty deep, up to and including, what jobs they're hiring for. I can look based on news, but all of these are fields that we can search on individually or as part of a much broader search. So I'll just run through these. I can choose based on verified business emails, verified human connected phone numbers. We can look for, positions, titles, department. I've got people, location, education, people tags, and keywords are for things that might not necessarily show up in one of the others. But if you want to look all the way down, keep going for, you mentioned revenue, you mentioned funding. We've even got what level of investment they have. So it goes pretty deep. I can also pull based on industry. I can pull based on NAICS numbers, NAICS codes. So I've got a lot of different ways to triangulate down into some searches. I'll be happy to run something for you.
Yeah. So just a quick question. So like all of these types of data points can all be transferred over to our CRM, basically, like via the auto enrich.
That's right.
That we would set up. Okay, perfect. I just want to make sure.
If we have it, we can send it to Salesforce.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I guess like let's play around because our primary industry that we focus on is retail. So I would be curious to see how many contacts will come back for like the retail industry.
It's gonna be pretty massive. So I've got 10.4 million on just first click. And then from there, if you want to start drilling down, if you said globally, so we don't really need, do you want to narrow it down by company location or employee count, or do you go over one size, like more so than another size company? Or are you guys up market, down market? What are your big areas right now?
Yeah, so we primarily have like corporate and enterprise customers. So those are the types of customers that we focus on.
Okay. So looking at 500 and larger, I've got a total of 8 million contacts right now. And that's over 4,000 different unique companies across that search. So do you want to narrow it down by
title?
Yeah, job titles. So give me some job titles you'd like to look for.
Anything that includes marketing, IT, product, like developer. I would say, I think that's good enough for now.
Okay. And we come up with a cool 275,000 across 3,400 unique companies.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna ask if there's like, is there also a way to kind of search on technographics?
Give me an example.
Like CRM.
Like what CRM they're using? Absolutely.
Yeah, commerce platform that they're using.
Yeah, let's see. This is always interesting to see what topic intent, job into technology intent. All right, so
I'm just curious to see what the options are.
Sure. What CRM do you want to look for?
Let's actually look for the commerce platform. So let's look at commerce tools.
Well, give me a specific one.
Oh, commerce tools? Sorry, that's the company name.
Oh, sorry.
All good. It should be one word.
Okay. I don't have that one. Let me search for. So I've got 11. It shows using commerce tools. No, sorry, make that. Yeah, I've got 11 using commerce tools, but these all appear to be how many companies? Only in 2 companies. So I'm guessing that's probably not what we're looking for. I know another way to do it. Let's try this. Let's go with keyword. Nope, did that wrong. Nope, didn't find it that way. Let's try. I want to look for people keywords. Well, I might need to get some help with that one from somebody on my data team, but I can do a little research and find out for that one. So you want to find people. Well, you know what? Let me do it a different way. Let's broaden the search first, and then we'll go. Let's see, technology intent. Okay, there we go. So when I run it this way, I get 13,000 different mentions of commerce tools. That sounds a little better.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like we've got product owners. We've got 53 unique companies. There's probably another way to search for it where we'll get a better result, but I apologize for my ignorance, but that's my best first live while making sausage.
All good.
I'll certainly dig into that a little bit more.
Mm-hmm. No worries. Try to see. Thought I have a question, but it left me.
I can ask something meanwhile.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So if we are to, let's say, we want to, like, we found, let's say, some person, like this first one, let's say, and we're interested in exporting to our Salesforce. Like, can we just like do it right away from here, or do we have some kind of extension?
Yeah, so you can select individually, or you can select this page, or you can select an entire list that you've pulled up, and then once you select them, then you get export button up here. You can drop them into the dialer, put them in a sequence, create a separate list if you want to, build a big list, and then curate that list and then export. So we give you a lot of different options. So I can do it directly. So in my case, we use HubSpot, so I can export directly to HubSpot or to a CSV, depending on what my use needs at the moment.
All right, and like if we are to like export it, let's say in our case to Salesforce, can we like set certain custom values to fill in fields that we want to have? Like we have, for instance, lead source, and we want to mention that, okay, this one is coming from Flashintel.
Yeah.
Can we do that?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Got to know where it's coming from.
Yep. I have another question. Is there like a Chrome extension with Flash Info that reps can use, like when they're looking at LinkedIn, for example?
Yes, you bet there is. So,
okay.
And we just added something relatively new. They were just talking about it this morning on our team launch call. But let's say, do you guys track events? Because like, it's going to be hard for me to demo it, but you can go to a LinkedIn event that you are signed up for, and then while that event's running, you can scrape all of the attendees of that list and pull them directly into a list, or you could enrich them and then pop them over to your CRM. So that's pretty cool to be able to scrape directly from an event list. So yeah, this is what our Chrome plugin looks like over here, and it's got I've got all the email and phone information I can add to a list, sequence dialer. I've got pretty good access to all the information that would be available inside my tool. I can pull up, the same thing, related people. I can look at insights into the company. I've got more settings that I can come in and play with. But yeah, so we do have a Chrome plugin, and then from here I can pop over to the database, and then I can start. We have a Chat GPT research assistant built into our database. So if I want to ask a question like, what was Christopher's misspelled that. Christopher's previous company. So I can ask questions about Christopher, and then Flashintel will go and do research on it and then give me the answer right here. So it's kind of a cool little research assistant. I've got the normal stuff, colleagues, similar people, pretty much everything you'd expect. How's that?
Yeah, pretty cool. Definitely curious about the scraping of the attendees list for events on
Okay.
LinkedIn. I haven't heard of that one before.
No, that's pretty new. I'm supposed to, here, let me, give me 1 second, and I think I have a slide I can pull up here.
Okay, sounds good. And then in the meantime, before I forget this question, so when reps are able to, find like the contact information for a prospect with Flash Info, sending that information back to Salesforce, like does Flash Info only help them find like the work emails, or our personal emails also part of that?
Anything we can get our hands on. Let me show you. Let me take you back over to the example. So let's see. So here's your CRO, Chris. And when I click on this, I get his apparently he and my mom are two of the people still using Yahoo. But
yeah, I didn't even know that.
I've got his Yahoo address. I have silver in my beard too, so don't judge. We got his Yahoo address. We've got presumably one of these is his cell phone. But I mean, I've got a whole list of old phone numbers for Chris. So yeah, so it goes pretty deep. Yeah, and then here's the scraping thing. Check this out. So I have to be registered in the event. The event has to be on my calendar. Once it's on my calendar, I can go through and I can pick the people, or I can pick the whole group. And it does what's being displayed and what's visible. So it's LinkedIn doesn't
Greg,
let us. What?
Sorry, I don't think you're sharing your screen for that.
Well, I'm gonna need you guys to use your imaginations. So hold on. Let's see here. Entire screen. Oh, Google Meet. It wasn't my choice to use Google Meet. Here we go. How's that?
Not getting anything.
All right, let me try a different way. How about that? Can you see the screenshot?
No, still nothing.
Oh, wow. Well, hang on here. Can't share your screen. Error has occurred. Screen sharing. Entire screen. How about now? Can you see? Is it? I think it might be cutting off. No, it's not letting. We use Lark instead of like Slack or something like that. But let me see if I can put it in the chat.
Okay.
You guys are being so patient. Thank you.
All good. And if anything, like you can always send it to us after the fact.
Yeah. Here we go. No, it's not letting me. So I can email it to you, but boy, if you could see it, it's super impressive.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically what you do is you register for an event. The event has to be on your calendar. And while the event's running, you just go in and scrape the list and then go about your day. So you don't have to sit there for the whole thing. So it's basically taking the list that LinkedIn is displaying. So, we're just scraping what's visible. So you'd have to, take this part of the list and scroll up and then take the next part. So, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a much easier way than copying and pasting one over at a time. So I don't know that
Definitely.
if I was to draw a circle around intended uses that LinkedIn developers were creating, I don't know if this feature would be in that circle.
Yeah, I haven't come across any vendors mentioning something like that before, so that's why I was curious
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah. So pretty handy, but yeah, I'll send you a picture.
Okay, sounds
Okay.
good.
So I know we're at time. I don't have a hard stop. I'm happy to keep going if you guys want to look at more things, but you can let me know. Do you want to see things like? Well, I know this is the only part of the platform that you're interested right now, but boy, I'd be in deep trouble if I didn't at least show you some of our sequencing and stuff. This is my demo sequence right here that I set up. So I mentioned you've got the different types of emails. You can do automatic, which is templates, or you can do custom, which is based on their individual LinkedIn information. I've got a automated voicemail drop that I can either record I can record my own voice. I can have the machine do it. The parallel dialer, we have a free trial of the parallel dialer. If you ever want to check that out, it's we give you unlimited phone numbers, and it's only $3.99 per person per month. So I'm pretty sure you guys are paying a lot more than that for Orem, which it's a great tool.
Definitely.
Yeah, it's a great tool. Just we've got it integrated into the platform so that you can see all of the data in one place. Check this out. Can you guys see the screen? Yeah, you can. Okay, so
Yeah.
okay. So let's go to engage calls. So these are just my calls. Let's see if you can hear this. Let's see, go to a qualified connect. Here we go. Can you hear that? Can you guys hear that? You can't? Okay. Well, I have it set for any call over a minute as a qualified connect. You can see my screen now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then I can look at insights across myself. I can look across the entire organization. I can see, who my stellar agents are. I can see, connect rate, talk time. And I can do the same thing for emails and for the different sequences and sequencing components. I've got I can look at all the insights across, like what are my hotspots for when people are opening my emails, what's the entire organization look like, and I can look at that across LinkedIn. I can look at that across WhatsApp, which we're going to release pretty soon. But yeah, pretty cool, and it's all in one place.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
definitely something that we could potentially explore in the future if we were to move forward with Flashinfo with this evaluation. And so I guess like one of the things that we're having a bunch of other vendors do that we're speaking to currently is have them run a data enrichment test for us, where we basically provide like a certain number of targeted accounts and then ask that they just return back and all of the data points that they have for those accounts.
Sure.
And then as well as return back like a list of contacts that they're able to find for those accounts that match our buyer personas. Once we receive all those results back, we're gonna do some deep dive analysis to see what's coming back as there's more data availability, or what data points are provided versus not provided. And then we're gonna also test out the accuracy of that data by having some of our reps try to reach out to those contacts with the information that we have received, and to tell us whether or not they're getting bounced emails, or are they actually getting connected via the phone, or is this completely someone different from what was listed.
Sure.
So
okay, yeah, happy to do so. What's your time frame on this? When are you guys looking to have a new provider in place?
Yeah, so we're hoping to make a decision at the end of the month, but it might extend into early March.
That's you mean February? I was like, wow, January. That's gonna be really...
Oh yeah, sorry, February. I'm already thinking that we're in February.
Okay, all right. So February might extend to March. All right. How many vendors are you evaluating?
A handful, I would say. Probably around like 5 or 7.
Whoa.
5 to 7.
Okay. So the usual suspects in there. I'm assuming you've got ZoomInfo, Apollo. Who do you mind if I ask who else is in the eval?
Yeah, so we're going to be evaluating ZoomInfo. We're going to also, run the same type of exercise with Sales Intel, Cognizant, the vendors that we currently have. We're speaking with Prospect as well, UpLead, spoke with Adapt too, and then we still have a few more conversations to be had.
Okay.
With a few of the vendors.
Do you have a set list of criteria that's been developed?
For the evaluation?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
And who was it within Talon that developed that list?
Me.
Oh, great. All right. Always helpful to have a connection to that, be able to be in contact with that person. So that's good news. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And so in terms of like budget, is there an area? Do you have a sense of where you need to be or where you want to be, or I mean, is that going to be a component of a successful evaluation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like we do have an idea, but the thing is that, it really depends on what we're going to end up doing with, some of the tools that we currently have in Stack, right? Because like today we have, Sales Intel, Cognizant, Lead IQ, all of that is basically our budget. And we're finding that, some tools work better in certain regions than others. So we might still end up being in a situation where we'll need like at least two tools in our tech stack for CRM enrichment and list building and prospecting. And so, we have a little bit to play around with, but it really depends on, whether or not we do decide, okay, we found something that is much better than these other tools, or we find, more than one vendor that's much better than these other tools that can provide us with that regional data that we need.
Got it.
And so, yeah, it's kind of a work in progress, just playing around with it.
No, that's pretty common to have a multiple vendor solution for data. So, it's awfully hard to have everything perfect as a data vendor. So,
definitely.
Yeah. Okay, great. So, end of February, may extend into March. Got a good sense of who the other vendors are. Do you have the list that you'd like to that's available? You can send over now, and I can get to work on that, or is that something that you're developing?
That's something that I need to finish developing.
Okay. And are you looking? Is that list going to be? What global markets are going to be included in that? Do you know? Oh, we lost Javier.
All good. Yeah, so we're gonna be including accounts from our AMER, EMEA, and APAC territories. So basically all of our territories.
There you are, Javier. I was worried. I didn't even get to check in with you yet. No, it's okay.
Sorry.
Okay, great. So it's going to be a pretty good representation of global markets. Okay.
Exactly.
I love it. I'll get my baker's hat on for a good bake-off.
All good.
Okay. Javier, Mia, anything else you guys would like to see today? I know that we've gone through a lot of things.
Not me. I think Silvia and Mia already covered all the questions that I had, so I'm good. Thank you, Greg.
Yeah, I'm good too.
Okay. All right. Well, if there's nothing else, then we can go ahead and close up then. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm good with that. Thank you so much for your time today, Greg.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
And I should look to hear back from you later this week on the list of companies you want us to research.
Yes. Oh, and one final note before we end the call. Would you be able to send over like some pricing information so that we can kind of like get a sense of that?
I can do better than that. I can take you right to the website.
Okay.
Yeah. So here you go. Yeah, we're super transparent. So go to pricing, Flashintel pricing, and I'll put this link into the, here we go. So this is if you're looking at our entire platform, scroll down just a bit here, and if you're just looking at data, then it's right here. So this is going to be data only pricing, and I'll put that into the and this explains, you know, what's included in that, how many users are typically included in that, and it's got a list all the way down of every single thing that's included, what's not included.
Got it.
Okay.
I'm noticing that for the elite package, it's because everything else seems to be starts at up to 3 users. So we could add more users potentially to the advanced package if we want.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely.
Right? Okay.
Yeah, and it's a, you know, for additional users, $2.93 per user per month. The reason this is custom is not because we're being sneaky. It's just this is literally it's like a cafeteria style. You can pick and pull which parts you want.
Got it. And then what's the main difference between the advanced and the elite packages?
Well, let's see here. So let's see, package credits, you know, it's going to be tailored to exactly what you need. Same thing on people searches, on people and company searches, same thing with exports. So this is the main difference is that everything's custom here. So let's say you have some non-standard integration needs outside of just, you know, your CRM. Maybe there's some other, I don't know. It's literally you tell us and when we figure out how we can provide it. Now, one thing that we do have that I don't know that you're going to get a lot from other vendors is our data quality assurance program. And what this does is if you pay for contact data, and for any reason if that contact data comes back as inaccurate, no questions asked, we replace those credits. And you can submit it all through the app. Like this was bad data, boom, we'll credit you back. So you're only paying for data that's working for you.
And I'm assuming that the credit system is basically 1 credit per email and phone number, not like 1 credit per contact, right?
No, it's 1 credit per contact.
Oh, 1 credit per contact. Okay. I know certainly a lot of different vendors do different things with that.
Well, let me take that back. Depending on you know, there's so many different variations on how vendors do that. So in a competitive situation, I know that we've matched other, because like you say, some vendors are unlimited this, or, you know, so we're not too precious about how that, you know, we want to win the business, and you know, we're willing to fight to win it. So yeah, if you don't see something you like here, let me know.
Okay, will do.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Let me post this in the chat here. Where did we go? There. Okie doke.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Greg. I'm all good with questions now.
Pleasure. Nice to meet you all.
Thank you for going over.
You bet. Talk to you soon. And I can send you a link to this if you need a copy of the meeting.
All right. Yeah, that would be great. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye now.
Thank you.
Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.